What's happening? This is we good, Brandon? What's happening? This is the Tap In podcast. We are live inside the Tap In studio. I got a reoccurring guest.
That's right.
Every year, Mr. Lavar Walker.
What up? What up? We tapping in. Hopefully, we'll get more than 100 views on this episode. That last one, what did we do? About 320 after 3 years?
No. The last one we did good.
We did good.
It was like 1,000.
All right. hey, 1 view. You know, it takes 1 view to get to 1 million views. So that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So it's good. I'm glad to be back here in DFW, Arlington Improv. It's always love in Dallas, man. Had good shows last night, too. I had fun.
I think Dallas is like an underrated area for comedy specials, too. Like, I think people, if you come to shoot a special here, I think it'll be good, like for any comic.
Yeah, I think, and the great part, like for comics that don't have like big names like myself, you want to go to those cities where, you know, people have discretionary income. So Dallas is one of those. Dallas, DC, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to cities like, especially DC. DC is such a comedy-friendly town. DC,
Really?
Baltimore, they love comedy in Baltimore. They'll give you a chance, even though Baltimore is somewhat, it has its pockets of impoverishment. But people love to come out and see a live show. Now, in other markets, it's kind of rough, like St. Louis and Mississippi. You know, those can get rough because they want to hold on to that money until, you know, the big name come on. I ain't gonna, who the hell Lavar Walker? I don't need no damn Lavar. I ain't never heard of him. I'm waiting for Kevin Hart to come. Shit, save my money. Hell, I got to tell people at the water cooler I was at Kevin Hart show.
Yeah.
They give me some social currency.
Yeah.
So,
And I think Chicago is another one of those.
Chicago, excellent
Chicago's
market.
another one of those cities that is good for comedy, man.
They love comedy. You know that's my hometown. So,
Yeah.
they love comedy in the shop, man.
So before we got on camera, you said something, man, and I want to kind of just flush this out. You said if Candace Owens and Umar Johnson had a debate, you said Candace Owens will wash Dr. Umar.
100%.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, number one, I don't think most men can beat a female in a debate, right? And number two, especially a black female. And everything that Candace says, for the most part, she's typically coming with facts and statistics and shit like that. Like, and look, I'm not taking sides here. You know, I know
it sounds like you're taking sides.
We're
It
not
sound
about
like
to
you're taking
pin
sides.
me to be
Yes.
the fucking ultra conservative.
Yes, it sounds like you're
I'm
taking
just
sides.
calling it for what it is, man. I just believe that, you know, shit, she be kicking some facts a lot of times. She kicks statistics.
You don't think Dr. Umar kicked facts?
I mean, he talks shit from, you know, thousands of years
Listen,
ago, hundreds of
I
years
feel like
ago.
as a black man, you only can come with facts because people is not going to listen to your emotional rants.
I mean, I think a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
I think to a big extent, a lot of Dr. Umar shit is kind of emotional.
Do you?
Yeah.
In what way? God, I've never. He passionate. I can see his passion.
Right, he passionate about the people and shit like that. But I'm just saying, if they had a debate, I just believe, and then first of all, we have to center on what the debate would be about. So, like, what would them debating be about? Because we just generalizing there.
Okay, I would say her stance on reparations.
Okay.
I would say that would be a good one to start. His stance on dating outside of their race, because you know she's married. I think she's married to a white man.
Right.
So dating outside your race. I think those two debates or those two topics.
Right. And even with that debate, I believe like a person should just marry who they love. I don't believe in. You know.
But that's your stance. Dr. Umar's stance is keep it inside your race, because if you are an upper mobility person, as a black person, you marrying a white person now leaves that. But I would think his stance may change because it's Candace, which is the black woman, and if the man dies, that money goes to her and her family.
What a thing.
Because that's what his argument is
what
for the opposite way.
Well, the thing is, as black people, we have dominant genes. So black people is the only race of people that can wipe out another race through love, because the child is black, right? Like if it's a white man and a black woman, or a black woman, white man, these children are considered black children. So I don't see the issue.
But what his thing is economics. It's not necessarily the love, because he's saying a black man marrying a white woman, that if divorced, if he died, the black man died, whatever, that money is trickled back down to the white woman and it goes back into the white family, or she controls the money and be able to put the money wherever she decides. I wonder what his stance will be on if it's a white man and a black woman. And the black woman now, if whether divorce or death, if he would feel that same way with the woman being able to control the black woman being able to control the money or put the money back into the community wherever she want to do it.
I mean, I think at this point, a lot of these conversations are getting silly because artificial intelligence is not giving a fuck. Like,
what do you mean?
I think we're really entering classism, right? I think that's the biggest issue, because you have rich whites and blacks who like have their foot on the necks of poor whites and blacks, and they celebrate. They're elite people. They're celebrating on boats and yachts, and a lot of the racial stuff is thrown out, so we all bickering and fighting and shit while bigger plans are being made. This is silly. Silly.
It's all about economics.
What do you mean about economics?
It's all about economics. That's Dr. Umar's whole point of, if you're a successful black man, you should marry a black woman. So that way the economics will stay in the black community.
Well, first of all,
that's his argument.
Well, first of all of our, like, I think for us economically, first of all of us is like just black economics ended primarily with integration, right? When we were segregated, the dollar circled in our community more so. Now we're integrated in a capitalistic system. And being in this capitalistic system, you're going to spend your dollars where you're getting the most value, okay? Right? You get what I'm saying? Like for instance, if I have a cell phone and I'm a black guy, and this is the black man's cell phone that I sell for $3,000, and then you can get an iPhone for $800. Now I don't have no apps or nothing. I just got a flip phone, but I'm a black man. But I'm saying you should buy from me.
Why?
Just because I'm black.
No.
Just because I'm black. This is
no.
So what do we say? Like, I think we are Americans. We're in a capitalistic system, and this money, like, dude, all these rich ass niggas don't even live in the hood, bro. Like,
I know, but that's not like the market. The market will be able to tell that black man, hey, this is not a good product. It's not ready to go for. It's not going ready for the market. The market will weed him out because he ain't got no apps. He trying to compete against Samsung and Apple. Like,
right. So
that'll weed him out. But it's not about race. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not about race, which is Dr. Umar's argument. It's about economics. Marrying into another race will diminish the success of if he is a black man. Is what his argument is. It's not my argument. That's what his argument is.
That doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because it doesn't fucking make sense.
When you make money, you bring it into the house, right?
Dude,
you bring it into your house.
But my wife could be Chinese. That's my family.
Right, but if you die or y'all get divorced, she's gonna take half of that money, right? And put it back into her community,
bro. What? Oh,
that's his argument.
Hold on.
That's his
argument.
argument.
It makes no sense.
Why?
Because you have black families now. I'm a black father with a black wife and black child, right? Okay, and I live in a subdivision, all black subdivision. When we order shit, it comes from Amazon. I mean, we go shopping at Target, we go to Walmart, we go to Sam's. I mean, we just spending our money where we get the most value for our dollar. That's what everybody's doing. What are you talking about?
Listen, if you were married to a white woman and y'all got divorced, I guarantee you she wouldn't stay in that black subdivision. I guarantee you she wouldn't. I guarantee you if she was an Asian woman or she was a Caucasian woman, I guarantee if y'all got divorced, she would up and move back to wherever she's from or wherever she's comfortable in living, and it'll go right back into a different community. That money would not stay in that black subdivision.
The money is not staying in the black subdivision either way.
Why?
Because
if your black wife, you and your black wife get divorced, she would probably stay in that same subdivision.
Let's just break this down. This is getting crazy. Yes, I live in Atlanta in an all-black subdivision. There are all-black subdivisions everywhere, okay? All of us in these black subdivisions, we shop at Amazon, Target, Walmart. You know what I mean? The only black business is probably getting your money if you go to the barber shop. It's not even the nail shop because that's Asian. So the money is floating out of the community either way.
So you're saying because of where y'all shop at on the day-to-day?
Yeah, it's Lowe's. What are we talking about?
And so what I'm saying is if you were married to a white woman or Asian woman,
it wouldn't matter.
Or a Mexican woman.
Because they going to go shop at them same places.
Right, but I'm saying if y'all got divorced.
What is this?
If y'all got divorced, she would not, that Asian or Mexican or white woman would not stay in that same black subdivision. They will probably go over to another primary subdivision where they're comfortable, where more people look like them, and they would build up that community. They wouldn't stay in that black subdivision with you.
Okay, if they do go to the other subdivision,
How do you build wealth in this country? Through real estate, right?
Yes, I own the house.
I know, but I'm saying
we own the land.
But if you got divorced, you wouldn't own it no more. You would have to sell it, or y'all would have to split it some kind of way.
Yeah, you just go buy shit somewhere else.
And that's what I'm saying. And that money that was that you have earned would now go half to her, and she would take that money and go to somewhere else and build up that other community. That's what he's saying. That's his argument, and I understand and I get that.
When you say building up this other community, you can live wherever you want.
I know that.
As a black person, you can move. If I want to go move in an all-white community, I go move. So what if we live in an all-white subdivision? Then what?
What do you mean, then what?
What if me and my wife live in an all-black subdivision and I have a black wife and something happens to me? The money, and she stays in the white community.
I mean, we doing hypotheticals. I mean, that's...
Yeah, all this, listen.
All of it is hypothetical. But what Dr. Umar's argument is if you marry into a white or a different family besides black, you are putting the money back into that side of her family into a different economic.
But this argument is stupid because you act like niggas is going to give you some money or something.
Who?
It's just like other black people, like we giving each other money.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Listen,
it's not making sense.
It is, because marriage at its beginner stage, infant stage, is a business. You are going into business with that woman. It's a business. That's why you need a license to even get married, because it's a business. And then once you and that business partner break up, that she's gonna get half of that money that was earned in the business. Whatever y'all accumulated together, she's gonna get half of that. And when you take your money and you take her money and y'all split it, she's gonna be able to, if it's another race, right? She's gonna be able to take that money into a different community. She's gonna be invest that back into whatever community that she's comfortable with. She's not gonna stay with your nigga ways and how you wanted to live because y'all were married. She's gonna go back to where she's comfortable being a single woman, and that is back around people that looks like her, and which I get, I understand. And that's why is saying that you should not marry into a different race. That's his argument.
That's just a silly argument.
I don't think it's silly.
It makes zero sense to me.
I don't think it's silly.
And I think as far as these racial issues that are constantly brought up by him or whoever, we're not understanding what's going on. AI is coming. We're in the future. Okay, we have more. Like right now in America, you have more black millionaires, black billionaires, black doctors, black lawyers, black professionals than any other period of time in history.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, we're American. That's a privilege. You understand?
I do.
Like, you're lucky to be American.
I know that. But what does that have to do?
Out of 8 billion people on Earth, it's only 330 million of us here. So you roll good dice. Just be an American. And I just, look, I get it. I know racism exists, but does it exist so heavy in a way where I can't go, like, get a bank loan or get me a car? Like, what? You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think there's a such thing as where banks are giving black people with the same amount of credit that a white person will have or an Asian person will have? You don't think there's banks that are out there denying people for loans?
If your credit is fucked up, your credit is fucked up.
No, but I'm saying it's the same amount, same credit as someone else. You don't think that's happening? You don't think those black people are getting declined for?
I mean, look,
for loans with the same credit.
I want to say this to you guys. I don't know. Every loan I've gotten, I've refied my home. I bought rental properties. I sat at a computer. I didn't sit in front of a white man. I typed in my social, and I had great credit. And they said, "You're approved, Mr. Walker." That's it. What are you talking about? I think we want to hold on to being victims of some shit. We want to act like it's still the 60s or the 50s, and you got to go in the bank and you sit in front of the big white man and he looks you up and down and goes, "Declined." And this is not, we are not living in those times anymore. We're in a capitalistic system. People are competing for your business. They're competing for your money. They've showed so many tests, so many statistics show how expensive racism has gotten. Like, even at Tesla, the discrimination suit, brother walked out of there with $30 million. So bring your racism on, please. I mean, it's not worth it. Like, these companies are bending their backs. Like, you get whatever you want. Like, let's be honest, man. This is ridiculous. We got to stop this shit, man. We have to stop, bro. I can go on Tesla right now and order me a fucking Cybertruck, and it's going to come. I hit the button. If I got the money or my credit go through, it's coming. What is this? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Like, for real.
Okay.
Let's just be honest.
Let's be honest.
And we going into this technologically advanced society, and it's just not worth it. We're all melding right now. Nobody seems to notice this. If you're poor, you're poor. It doesn't matter what color you are. But if I fly out, like, matter of fact, they upgraded my flight to first class when I fly to Dallas. Okay. I don't know who the fuck I'm gonna be sitting by. But guess what? If they don't have a first class ticket, they gotta take their ass to the back. That's the segregation now. It's classism. That is it. Classism is here. Okay, the middle class is being wiped out. There is no middle class anymore. We going to rich or poor. And also the Saudis have pulled out of the American dollar. We got a lot of shit going on. We talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to be able to print money like we used to. If these other countries are not buying up our bonds and our debt, we're in trouble. You're going to see interest rates go and skyrocket to 14 and 15%. And the only thing that'll affect is Americans, regardless of color. I'm sorry. I'm not about to, I mean, I'm not denying what happened to us in the past. We got it the worst. It was bad, but I have to deal, and I said this the last time I was on this podcast. Like I said, we got it the worst. It was bad, but we can only deal with the present moment and move into the future. That's it. Yesterday, what can I do? I can't. What can we do?
I see why they call you a coon online.
Like, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah! Fuck these crackers. These hunkies. They got their foot on my neck. I can't do nothing. I gotta find some excuse for why I'm failing in life. It's the white man.
No. I'm not saying that. But here's what I know for a fact, right? When it comes to business or when it comes to, certain opportunities, it is about who you know, what you like, who you kind of run with, the circle. I believe that.
Of course.
And I do believe that because you're not in that circle of, I don't know what that circle is called or what it is, but if you're not in that circle, you're not being allowed these certain opportunities.
The circle is elitism. It's regardless of color. You telling me fucking Bronny James doesn't have more fucking opportunity than this white ass producer you got sitting in here?
He's masking again.
Oh,
we gonna go here again.
Do you believe? I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, what are you talking about? There are rich and poor now. This is where we're at. Right? Yeah. And you giving white people too much fucking power. They're so not, superior. I'm not talking
about. No, I'm not talking about white. I'm not talking about white or black. I'm talking about just a circle of business people, a circle of friends, a circle of.
You have to watch who you're hanging with. You're the sum of the 5 people you talk to the most. That's why I'm about to stop talking to you.
No, I need to stop.
I'm about to let him go. This shit is. I'm losing money talking to Dante right now. I'm losing money. No. I mean, you every person, you're the sum of the 5, like minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? If you're progressing and you're looking for success, you're gonna draw success to you, regardless of your color, regardless of your current financial situation. It's a mind thing, bro. And this is what it is. I see too much success and wealth around me from people that look like me.
But you see it from entertainment because you live in Atlanta.
No, I went to Xavier University. One of my closest friends is a big time Dr. Pierre Johnson.
How often you talk to Pierre?
How old?
I know, how often?
I talk to him all the time.
How often?
One of my closest homies.
How often?
Shit, like every few days or so. Like my line brother, he's one of the biggest attorneys in Atlanta. I just went to his baby shower. I'm around a lot of successful brothers, so maybe I'm in a bubble. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a bubble. And furthermore, even if I wasn't in the bubble, when I'm looking on Instagram, I see no pain. I don't see nobody
you don't
hurting.
See no pain.
Who you see hurting on Instagram? I'm on Instagram, black people balling. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I go on Twitter, though. I see a lot of Asian babies working in sweatshops, making these sneakers and this Fashion Nova and this Sheen, though. We don't give a fuck about them. So, I mean, these conversations, bro, here in America, we are spoiled as fuck, man. Even if you fucking homeless, dog, like, bruh, you got, like, you go to the soup kitchen, or it'll be a motherfucker out there want to do a prank or give you money to show off on TikTok. Like, dude, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? And then you don't even need talent to make money anymore. You can just be a stupid motherfucker online and you make millions. This is the land of milk and fucking honey. It doesn't get no better. Other countries, that is why they hate us. That's why they hate it, because they're kids. You walk around as a guy that's fucking dunking his balls in cereal on TikTok that's making millions of dollars a year. This is America. Are you fucking kidding me? Like these little minor like arguments and shit, I just be like, bro, shit is stupid. Like I just can't wrap my mind around it no more, man. I had to be in a certain mind space to do that, but motherfuckers is getting money, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Especially with this internet shit. This shit is
listen,
crazy.
this is the best. This is a great time to be alive
Bro.
in this technology age. I
Come
agree.
on. So today's show is going to be about gratitude. Huh? Y'all look to your neighbor and say gratitude. I don't care how fucked up it is. Just be thankful that you have running water. There are people right now in the country probably watching this shit somewhere where we have no running water. Okay?
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, I would say you can't. Let me scratch that.
And
I'm
life
saying
and life is not fair.
It's hard to appreciate running water when anytime you cut on the faucet, it's just supposed to come out when you expect it to come out. So it's
Do you
hard.
know how great that is?
I know, but it's hard. It's hard to appreciate it.
We over here having fits if the Wi-Fi not working. Think about that shit. It's babies starving.
It's hard to appreciate.
There are people in war and shit, and we just pit the fuck. What's wrong with the Wi-Fi? Why isn't the Wi-Fi working? I can't believe this. It's slow. These are our complaints. This is literally our complaint, and I'm looking at it on the worldwide view, bro. I'm just happy, man. I'm happy to be doing comedy and to be here in America. This is it. This is the land.
I see something online I want to ask you about. Speaking of being appreciative and grateful, right?
Yeah.
I seen a clip where Carlos Miller on this new College Hill show said that homelessness is not our problem. Your day-to-day person's problem. It is somebody else's issues, the people powers that be. It's their issue to fix. It's not our issue to fix. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Who pays your rent?
I do.
What happens if you don't pay it?
You get put out. I get put out. So
why do you pay it?
So I won't get put out. So what? You asked me a question, but you ain't answered the question.
I mean, I really don't know. I mean, you have people, you know, there are some, you know, like in California where the regulations are ridiculous, where you have educated people making six figures that are homeless and living in cars. And that's a decision that they've made to live in Cali. Just drive to Texas.
Yeah, that ain't always easy to do. That ain't easy to just say, hey, you can just pick up and leave.
So let's just say let's sit here and say we in homelessness today.
Mm-hmm.
Me and you. We say, you know what? Everybody gets a house.
Bet.
Everybody. Fuck that. You take everybody off the street. Everybody's in the home. Now.
Cool.
Who's going to pay for the water, the lights? Where does this money come from? For the upkeep of the unit?
Taxes.
What do we do? Now, when we set this system up,
mm-hmm.
I'm paying my mortgage. I don't want to pay no more. So it's time for me to come live over here. It's free.
That's what government assistance is.
Yeah, I don't understand how this would work. And I think a lot of the homeless issues is mental health. Like they don't have back in the day, like when we was younger, you know, they cut that program like we was babies and shit. Where they used to have the man, they put people in the crazy home. You know, they pull up in the van and put them in the straight jacket.
I don't know. I can't blame it on mental health because.
So what would you do to
when I
fix
see
homelessness?
Okay, let me make this point. I'll answer that. When I see these people in L.A., San Fran with these homeless, there's homeless mansions. These motherfuckers can ingenuity a 2-bedroom loft. They got What they got electricity out there. They listen to watching TV. They live in exactly the way you would do, but just under a bridge with some great housing that they built on their own. And I don't know if, or I'm not convinced a just really mentally ill person has that capability to build just a nice home with, you know what I mean, with with cardboard boxes and shopping carts.
So what do we do with them?
What do you mean? I honestly believe that same money that's going overseas, that $8 billion that's going over to Ukraine, though that's taxpayer money. We could take some of that. Hey, $4 billion here, $2 billion here, $2 billion here.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
California has one of the most.
And I think they need to put rent restrictions on some of those houses in California as well.
So in California, you have probably $2 billion a year goes to solve homelessness every year. So you have people in charge, right, who have these jobs, who are being basically incentivized to keep homelessness where it's at. Because if we solve this shit, we not getting this money no more. This is what's happening. I don't know. You know, that would be up. I think
So it's government's fault because they're incentivized to keep the problem going.
Yeah, you had these programs and you got people at the top. You got the manager of the homeless division that's making $250K a year, and they just having stupid Zoom meetings all day about nothing. Okay, and they want to keep that money. They want to keep the pension. They want to keep the money coming in. You know, they give a little food drive for the people. That's it, and they send them back. What are we talking? Like, I don't.
So you agree with Carlos?
Yeah, primarily. Like, what do you do? What can you do? I mean, because we live in a capitalistic society. We live in a value-based society in America. And you can make $0. This is the only country where you can go from zero to $1 billion. No other country you could do that. And this is based off values because you have freedom. You have autonomy. We don't live in a what's his name? What's the name of them? Like
communist?
Yeah, we're not a communist country. That will end homelessness if we go to communism. But as you can see, communism doesn't work. Where everybody gets the same house, you wear the same shirt, you do food rations.
Yeah.
Now, and if there's a person that's against what I'm saying, I want we could be communists for 2 weeks and see how long that lasts. Because after the 2 weeks, you be like, fuck that. I don't give a fuck who homeless. I'm sick of this shit. I want more cheese sauce for my dip. Like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. I think human mind, I believe in the human mind. I believe in self. I believe in empowerment. You know what I mean? I believe in taking 100% accountability for your own life. So
yeah, but in the instance of these homeless people in California, I don't think 100% they have that accountability outside of California.
California's regulations and policies in place are helping increase homelessness because
that's what I'm saying.
They
don't want
to let fucking people build homes. They got all that green land and shit. They say, well, we want green space and we want to keep the air clean. So to keep it clean, even though you make $150 a year and you can't afford to live here, live in your car because we want to keep airspace clean. This is what they do in Cali. These, you know what I mean? And this is why all the people in California, where they moving. They moving to Texas. They moving to Florida. They moving to these big red states. Those liberal white folks are just running out of that progressive city, right?
Yeah.
It's so nice and progressive, but it doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work.
What doesn't work? What are you saying doesn't work?
Like those policies. Like right now, like, and I'm talking about California. California just to keep up, they just trying to come up with extra taxes. They trying to roll out some shit where they charge you 30 cents a mile to drive because EVs, there's so many EVs where they losing money on gas tax. So they try to find another way. They've overtaxed Hollywood. Hollywood done ran the fuck out of California. They in Shreveport, Georgia. They in all the red states. Right? So you gotta, and the government, the government is good, but the government can't function. Like when the government steps in to do stuff, it's so top heavy and people are stealing and pillaging that it never gets solved. The issues never get solved. So you can't over-regulate and over-govern to make a situation better.
You think black people should be more Republican? Because I think Republicans, they push capitalism.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
they push capitalism and smaller government.
Yeah. So do you think? Well, you think black people would be better off?
Well, after slavery, all black people were Republican.
I'm not talking about after slavery. I'm talking about 2024.
Well, it's looking like most black people, I see thug ass niggas getting ready to vote for Trump. I'm talking about niggas grilled up, motherfucking MAGA bitch ass nigga. Like they grilled up voting for Trump right now. Kodak Black, Sexy Red is swinging.
I don't think the two people that you just named, I don't think they have an idea what the policies are. I think they don't have no idea what's going on.
Exactly.
Somebody just throwing them a
right.
check
You're right.
to just endorse Trump.
And when Kamala and Joe Biden sit down with Cardi B and Lil Baby, they have the answers.
No, I don't think they have the answers either.
What is this conversation turning into?
I think the politicians are just using these entertainers. They don't know what the issues are or what the policies are.
I mean,
they just going to whoever throwing them a check.
They are just. I see a lot of brothers going the other way now, bro.
Who?
A lot of black men.
Who?
Bro, a lot. And they're like a silent.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying I want you to make
they're a silent minority, bro. They going, man, because I think a lot of people now, and we going. Look, be honest with you, we are literally going into an economy now where damn near everybody gonna have to be their own entrepreneur, bro, because AI is taking the jobs. Like menial jobs, menial tasks. So people are gonna have to.
What jobs have I keep hearing that, but what jobs have they taken?
I mean, they haven't taken them completely yet, but it's coming, bro. They gonna replace truck drivers.
Okay,
Uber.
That ain't. Shit. I don't think that's for another 10, 15 years. Maybe my kids have to worry about that. But you and I, somebody that was born after 1990, they don't have to worry about that.
I wasn't born, nigga. I was born in 77.
I'm saying anybody between your age and anybody born after 1990 to 2000, I don't think they have to really worry about that.
I mean, dude, it's just a lot changing fast.
I agree with that, but I don't think the technology is even near where you gonna drive up to a damn fast food restaurant and it's gonna be a machine giving you I don't think that's coming for another 20, 25 years, bro, where that's going to be the norm.
Did he say 2025? Can you pull up YouTube on here so I can show you the rollouts in California since he increased the minimum wage to $25? They have all autonomous restaurants now, brother.
Where?
They have an autonomous McDonald's with nobody in that business.
Listen, I've seen it online.
That spits out the burger.
I've seen it online too. But I'm saying when I pull up to these fast food restaurants and when I go to fast food, it's all some girl in there.
Right, because guess what? Because guess what?
If it was the technology, they would jump on that right away because it would lower their overhead.
Because guess what? In the great state of Texas, you don't have a $25 minimum wage.
But they have one in Fort Worth. I seen one online. They have I think it was a McDonald's in Fort Worth. But it's going to be slower here. But in California, where the minimum wage is $25, they're like, fuck that. We gonna get rid of the jobs and get robots. Where though?
Man,
where? I know you seen it online, and that could be a prototype.
It's starting. What do you think?
No, I don't. I think.
Oh, you think they're gonna do that one and stop?
No, just like when they roll out these immaculate cars with all these different features where you can be able to buy. They had a car that was flying 10 years ago that they showed. You don't see no flying car on the road now. And this has been 10, 15 years since they showed that car. I'm just saying the technology is not going to happen where every day that you're going to be able to go to a fast food restaurant and it's going to be a motherfucking robot handing you your food, where you're going to be able to take an order on the machine and pull up to the window and the robot is going to make your food.
In a part of Atlanta, they have Chick-fil-A has robots bringing the shit to your house right now. That's going on right now.
Robot?
Yeah, robot. They put the shit
like
in
a
the
drone?
robot. No, it drives itself. But they put the shit in this thing.
And they ain't stole it in Atlanta?
I don't think they can't steal that shit. That shit probably heavy as fuck. And then you
They
just
probably
taking a homing device.
Yeah, you probably push it over or something.
But bro, like the
where you think that's not going to happen?
Everything is changing so fast, bro. Like I can get Chat GPT to overlook like if I get an entertainment contract or something,
mm-hmm.
I can get Chat GPT to scan that contract and say, explain this to me like I'm 5 and point out disadvantages for me in this contract. You just got to know how to word it right. But it do all that
and you
in
trust
minutes,
it,
and I don't have to hire a lawyer.
and you trust it.
What?
You trust it?
Yes. Are you crazy?
Okay.
This shit can scan the whole internet in milliseconds, and like, what are we talking about?
I'm not.
I'm just saying where we going, bro.
I understand where we going. I understand, but I don't think, but in my lifetime or your lifetime, you actually be able to see it on a day-to-day normal.
We are, bro.
I don't think you'll be able to see that.
Definitely gonna see it. You got to get ready, man. Prepare. Okay, prepare.
Because I think the first people who will start
nigga, right
is
now,
Amazon.
Nigga,
they wouldn't have niggas riding around in trucks no more. They would just have machines.
Oh, it's coming.
They would have machines.
They got the robots in Amazon moving that shit around. They have robots
I'm talking about delivering it.
Oh,
you know how much overhead that would
drones. They already started the drone programs where the drone is bringing the shit to your house. What you talking about?
They're in the beta stage, right? We're in the beta stage,
it's fully
right?
rolled out in some markets. Let me see. Amazon drone delivery. Let me see.
I don't think that's rolled out yet. It's probably in the beta stage where they testing it out to make sure everything is good, make sure the height clearance and all that. They probably testing it out.
You sound like a person back in the day when we was in horse and buggy and car. Everybody's not gonna have a car.
No,
they had one car.
And it took a long time for them to get them cars. That's all I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing that it's not coming, but I'm saying on a normal day-to-day basis, the same way where you were able to drive up to
Amazon drone delivery is in Arizona right now as of April 22nd, 2024 with same-day delivery. They have a same-day delivery site. They go under the roof, putting that shit in the box, and that drone is flying over your house and dropping that package.
Where part of Arizona?
Does
it say? Or it just says Arizona?
It says, okay. Oh, and it's here now. Since starting drone delivery in College Station, Texas, and Lockford, California in 2022. 2022. We've delivered thousands of items to customers in less than an hour. Last year, we also began delivering prescription medications in partnership with Amazon Pharmacy to customers in College Station. We received great feedback from customers and communities as we've rolled out the service. We're now adding a new location and entering into the next stage of the program's evolution. Later this year, drone deliveries are coming to the West Valley of the Phoenix metro area in Arizona. With this new location, we'll be fully integrated into Amazon's delivery network, meaning for the first time, drones will deploy from facilities next to our same-day delivery site in Tolson. These smaller sites are hybrid, part fulfillment center, part delivery station. They allow us to fulfill, sort, and deliver products all from one site so we can get packages out to our customers even quicker. You're going to hit that button and you're going to, and that shit going to fly out, bro. This is here, brother. This is here, bro. Like,
listen, I'm not disagreeing that it's coming. I just think it's gonna be longer than what you're saying.
And that's why, look, I gotta say, like, we have to, like, as black people now, man, we gotta. I know it's gonna be some racist or something, but the racist is just like to me, like a pedophile or just some person with a mental disorder, right? I don't. It's like whatever. Like the racist mindset is a sick. It's like a disease, but I don't feel it affects my life. You could have your thoughts and visions and be the racist as you want to be, but I don't feel that how you think or
Affects you.
affects me. I just don't. And going into the future is even more so as we continuously race mix to where I mean we're gonna look like the NBA in the future. Look at the NBA, right? Do you see what
I think
the
you're in
NBA
the bubble. I definitely think you're in the bubble.
No. Do you see what
I
the
think
NBA
you're in the bubble.
Do you see the graying of the NBA? The all the players are mulattoes. Big tall mulattoes, because the brothers married them white women, and now the whole league is turning. They all looking like
Blake Griffin.
Yeah, Blake Griffin and fucking
Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers, and like you remember the whole league used to be
Matt
just
Barnes.
black. Yeah, Matt Barnes looking motherfuckers. That's what America is becoming. We just becoming one big bowl of mixed up. You know, you see racist white people with their black grandbabies. I see it all the time at Walmart. You get back here, Taquavion. You get back here. You have you some sense. Little Taquavion got his little braids and shit. That's his grandmama though, you know. It's just getting silly to me, man. And I get maybe I am in a bubble because I went to HBCU. I live in an all black community, and I travel doing comedy for predominantly black people. But I have white fans too. But I just don't feel.
Yeah,
like
but you're not in I think 85% of America works in a corporate structure, right? About 75% of America works in a corporate structure. You don't work in that corporate structure, so maybe you don't get to feel it or see it on a daily of somebody trying to climb that corporate ladder.
Are you trying to climb a corporate ladder?
No.
Well,
But I do see it.
I mean, bro,
I do see it, but no.
If you have a passion to work in corporate America, right?
Some people don't have no passion. This
right,
is what paying the bills.
If you're just trying to keep a roof over your head, just you doing what you doing. You want to keep the roof over your head, so you're doing bare minimum, and you're just there. You're just existing in that space of time.
But some people do want to climb because if they climb that corporate ladder, it becomes financially beneficial for them to climb it.
Well, you have to put up with the shit that comes with climbing the ladder. The shit.
What is the shit though?
The shit is like, even, you know what I'm saying? Even if you are a black person in an all-white environment or probably an all-white establishment, it's going to be a little more difficult for you. But you could be a black person at an all-black corporation and you just don't have it.
You think so?
Come on, dude.
You think it'll be the same? You think it'll be the same hurdles? You think it'll be the same hurdles that you will have to climb to get to a white establishment as to climb to a black establishment?
Because I think, like, if I'm a businessman and I own my business, right, I want the person that's bringing me the most value, right? I don't give a fuck what color you are. Like, let's think about this now. Like now we talking profit and numbers.
Mm-hmm. That's what we.
So Dante is the only black guy in my business, and I got all white men. Dante's sales are through the roof. This is my number one sales guy. You fucking right. I'm promoting your black ass because you're making me more money. I don't give a fuck. I don't think nobody can. It's all about the money. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of times, people who suck don't know they suck, and they try to make excuses. It's just like in comedy. It's like in comedy. You have comedians that ain't shit on stage, and they around all other black comics. But what do they say? Man, these motherfuckers hating on me. No, you suck. You don't bring value. You can't sell tickets. You don't have jokes. You're not bringing any value. But if you were bringing value, you work. You work. This is it. This is
I don't think you
value.
I don't think you understand how.
Now there's nepotism. I mean, there are nepo situations, which I understand, because when Tap In Podcast blows up and you got a full staff, I'm sure you give your daughters first preference, a preferential treatment in your company. That happens. That's just what it is.
Yeah, but I don't think you fully understand how a white businessman really thinks. Like, even if I was more qualified and I was bringing the most value, I don't think this even is even. I don't even think it's to white men. I just think it's to people in general.
Right. I think you had those issues, but I think you had that with a white person or a black person. There's a motherfucker might he probably just don't like you. And then in that case, what do? You start your own shit. Fuck you. Like, I mean, this is it, because we live in America and we live in a society. You're rewarded on value, and you can start competition. Right. So you in this thing,
but that's what I'm saying.
Start something.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's like the part that what you're saying is correct, but the part what I want you to see is you don't like me because of what though, and I'm bringing your company the most value. But you don't like me because
my bitch might have looked at you crazy. My bitch might want you. It's all kind of shit. You still dealing. I mean, you still dealing with human beings too.
I know.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be race every time.
No, I don't think. I don't really think it's race. I think it's more of familiarity when it comes to I want to promote this person. I think it's more of that, because if I'm a black man and I see a black and a white dude, they doing about the same, but you know what? I'm just more familiar. I can talk to this black guy better, or I have a better connection with him. I'm gonna promote him. I think it's the same with white people when they have two identical people.
I think when you look across the board in businesses, and I do know, like, you know, we still got a lot of them old CEOs, probably some racists or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so different that, like, the landscape of business has changed so vastly. You got people that's programming, a lot of motherfuckers working from home, starting companies off cell phones now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we just in a day and age where the person that's bringing the most value will win. If you want to get a promotion at your job, you should treat your job as you own the place. And that's how you get the biggest promotion the quicker. Act like you own it. Act like your ass is on the line and you own all this shit. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you lose it all. Because most business owners, that's the position that they're in. Most entrepreneurs are in that position. So if I'm an entrepreneur and I got my ass on the line, my livelihood depends on this particular business,
mm-hmm.
who's ever bringing me value, I'm pushing them up, because I had to scrape and scrap and pull this shit out of the ground. And this person is helping me fucking right. I'm going to want to reward him. This is where we at now, brother.
Man.
I'm sorry. I hate to tell you. This is where we at. And look, dude, I got fired from they fired me at Walgreens. But, you know, I only worked there for 2 years. But, you know what I'm saying? I was at CBS. I filled in at CBS, filled in at Kaiser. And I was just getting by. You know, I just need the money to kind of keep me straight, you know, while I go back and forth on the road. You know what I mean? But if I would have put my mind to wanting to excel in those companies, I know the mindset that it takes. You got to live, eat, and breathe it. Like I'm doing stand-up right now.
Okay. I heard this this comedian, what was his name? Ari. He was on Howard Stern.
Ari Shaffir?
No, not Ari Shaffir. He was the dude. He was on Howard Stern, and he was like Howard Stern, like sidekick. Got on drugs.
Oh yeah. I remember him.
Dang, what's his name, man? Anyway, he said something in joking, but I really felt like he was serious.
And what did he say?
When he was talking about how much somebody should get paid, he went down to where what do you think a white person should get paid? What do you think a black person get paid? A Mexican, Asian, and when he said the black person, he was like, they'll be all right. And I was like, he's saying that jokingly, but I really feel like that's how a lot of majority of people who are in a situation.
And this guy you're talking about is a strung out heroin addict.
He wasn't at the time, but he got later on drugs.
He's fucked up. His life is falling apart. And why does that hurt your feelings?
It don't hurt my feelings, but I'm saying I feel like that sentiment is what a lot of people that's in a position of power, I feel like that's how a lot of them feel. I think that's how a lot of them think. Where it's like,
right, yeah,
we
definitely have to prove ourselves more, but it's just what it is.
I feel like that was a real feeling that most people that are in position of power feel, that they can just give black people, kind of scraps. Hispanics, they can make do. They'll make do.
So if you had that information, what do you do? So you know they're gonna do that. So how do you react to that?
Oh, I don't deal with them. I rather build my own.
Right, and you live in a country where you can do that. Isn't that great? I have just solved all of the world's problems here. No. I have. That's great. You just say fuck them, and you go start what you need to start.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's another white kid that has less ability. But listen, there's another white kid that has less ability than me, bringing less value, that is going to get that extra look, that extra promotion, that extra opportunity, and to prevail his family, where I have to go say, all right, fuck it. Let me go start my own from the ground, get it out the mud. Right. Let me go build my own.
That's what the person did, is writing your check. So why not? That person that made the company, that's what he did. So why don't you?
How you know that? Because he could have got the same opportunity the other little white, the white kid.
The company had to start with a founder. They had to start with somebody that took a risk.
Listen what I'm saying. The white kid who is now jumping in between, jumping ahead of me, and he's getting that extra promotion, and now he's been promoted 15 years. Now he's the CEO, and you're talking about this is the person who's writing the checks now. He just got an opportunity. He's got opportunity to sit in that seat, and he's been groomed to do that position, where the company's probably been around for a couple of years. Yeah, it probably was somebody.
So he worked his way up in a system that was started by a man like you, who took a big risk, who put his ass on the line, who got it out of the mud, right? Mm-hmm. So you say, fuck that, I'm going to do what that owner did and be an owner. I don't know what's so hard about this.
It's not hard. I mean, it is hard.
It's very hard. That's the hardest fucking way. Because you're going to fail a bunch of times.
Yep.
You gonna lose a bunch of shit. You probably have tax issues, but you keep persisting, and then you finally reach the golden shore. That is the beauty of living in this country. So I don't give a fuck. Why complain? Start my own shit. I've been gone from work for like going on 4 years, bro. And I've had good months. I've had bad months. But through it all, the number one thing that I have that's more important than a house, a car, and money is my time, my freedom. And that's the beauty. It's very difficult, man, because I'm out here headlining. And I look at comedy as my business. This is my small business. Mm-hmm. And I have to go hard, bro. And I'm thankful for every little ticket I sell. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I look at other headliners, I know they took big ass risk and jumped off, and some of them hit early, some of them hit later. But I love doing what I do, and I own it. I own this shit. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to open for people and shit. Now, fuck that. I'm an asshole anyway. So I can't be under no motherfucker. I got to get it out the ground. I love to have it in the soil. Do you understand? When you look at a tree grows up and a tree grows down.
Mhm.
Okay. Right? It grows up to the sun. And
Yeah.
it grows through the soil. Now,
Mhm.
when you plant that seed, the roots have to go out through the soil and get buried in the soil. It has to keep going and growing in the soil. And then you get a little sprout up to the top. And then it blossoms. That's the story of life, my friend. So a tree that y'all see that's way up high, that's what it looks like underground. That's amazing. And that's life.
What was your point in that?
My point, what I'm saying is,
What you trying to make a point?
what I'm saying is, take risk, live life. If you don't feel comfortable in a position, if somebody's fucking you over, you fuck it. Go start a company. Be this motherfucker's competition. Live your dreams. Because in the scheme of things, life is relatively short. We on a planet that's 4 billion years old. We're lucky to get 90 years. We're here less than a blink of an eye. I'm Lavar Walker.
And this has been the Tap In Podcast.
But it's perspective, man. I don't really, I just can't, man, like life just short. I think I've had a new awakening or something, bro. I'm just on some other shit like mentally. And you know what I mean? And I know, I'm not, you know what? I'm winning. And it's a mindset. It's a thought process. It's the way you look at things, right?
Mm-hmm. And I think
So I give nobody. I'm not going to give anybody.
the satisfaction.
I'm not going to allow. My only problem that I have, the only person that I give power to give me a problem is me. No matter what happens, that's taking real accountability. It's me. I'm the only person giving myself a problem. You're not in my fucking way. I'm going to go around you, over you, or through you. But, okay, you tell me no, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go, you know what I mean? It's just moving a certain way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how I feel. How long we been in here?
We almost about an hour, man.
Word?
Yeah.
This is good.
Probably
You
a
got
little.
something else you want to talk about?
No, man.
How you
Tell
feel?
you
Oh,
your
did you
thing.
see Bad Boys?
I haven't seen Bad Boys.
You haven't seen Bad Boys.
Nah.
Now you looking forward to see. Oh, guess what I saw?
I'm not.
They talking about bringing back Friday.
With who in it?
Ice Cube said that Warner Brothers is ready to do another Friday.
Who's gonna be in it? The only person live is Chris
you
and
got Cat
and
you got
Mike.
Mike, you got Chris.
That's it. That's the only 3 people that's.
Do you think it'll work?
No.
I don't think. I think they should leave it alone.
I think
bro.
the only way. Well, I don't even know if that'll even work. I was gonna say the only way I think it will work is if they invite or
bring in Fly and Ice Cube son.
yeah, or some new characters. If
But
they
hell,
bring in,
but-
they
but
develop some new characters.
Yeah,
I think that's the only way it kind of worked.
Do we go the social media route and then
Nah.
these guys? No.
I am all for social media people getting in movies, but some of them needs to perfect their craft in acting. Some of
Yeah.
these social media people they just not good actors. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
We just vibing on them because of their personality, but at some point, this is a movie. I don't want you to be the same.
I feel like they shouldn't do it, but I know they will because ain't nobody about to stop no money. They gonna get that money. If Warner Brothers like, let's do this shit, they doing a money grab, goddammit. They gonna get that cash, but I do feel like it would ruin the franchise, man, because you just don't, you don't have Pops. You know what I'm saying? You don't have Pops. You don't have Debo. You don't have Ezell, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many pieces of that puzzle that's missing. And then also, these guys have aged up so much where they, we talking 53, 55. And that's another thing, too, even with Hollywood, you can see how Hollywood has changed because they're holding on to those old things that worked in the past.
I want to see a new movie.
They do it.
A new concept, new movie,
But what's
a new thought.
But I try to look at things like where the money is, like from a business mindset. So like now after the strikes, right, it's more expensive to to have a production because you need X amount of writers in the room. A writer making 10,000 a week, staff writer.
That's
10
for a
week.
TV show though.
Yeah, TV, movies too. They got them in the. You got to have. They want a certain amount in the room.
What do you mean? If you come with me with a script and I get somebody I already got the full script. I just need a line producer or a production assistant to kind of, okay, hey, we going over these lines. What should we take out? How should we like?
But I still think it's just becoming ever more expensive, and these studios are just not willing to keep throwing money away on projects that they don't deem will give them a return. So they're holding on tight. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tom Cruise did the new Top Gun, you know what I'm saying? That was a very, very, I couldn't believe how good that. Did you see that?
I did.
That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
That was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
So,
because Tom still looked the same.
Tom still looked exactly the same, bro.
He still looks the same.
The man is a vampire.
Yeah.
And they're doing these reboots because it's already got a built-in fan base. They looking at how it won the last time. Bad Boys 4 just won. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's so weird about these times now? You bring back Eddie 62. You know what I mean? Will and Martin 60, Will 55. They steal cops. They ripping and running. You know what I'm saying? And they're just holding on to things of the past.
Yeah.
Because the attention has moved from Hollywood to online.
They need to treat Hollywood like wrestling. Like you have the main character, but he passes the torch on to somebody who's younger, who's more vibrant, to keep the storyline going.
But the problem with that is that younger guy, his fan base is on TikTok looking at a guy putting golf balls in his mouth, and they not showing up to buy tickets at the theater.
Listen, they need to say, hey, you're gonna get this holding deal. We're gonna give you $300,000. We need you to spend 8 weeks, 10 weeks in an acting class.
I get that.
To get this movie.
I get that. But do you understand how fractured attention is?
I do.
So this is the issue with that, right?
I do.
I'm on this shit 1,000,000 times a day.
Because you need that dopamine. You need that. You're fiend for that dopamine.
I need that, and I'm always scouring to do stupid videos and shit like that. But we are on this 1,000,000 times a day. And a lot of times, the guy that I see on here, I might not be willing to go to another medium to see him. I might not be willing to buy a subscription to see him in the movies. It's just
somebody
so conditioned.
Somebody like Kai Cenat. You don't think these people would go? You think these kids would go to see?
I like Kai Cenat.
Yeah,
I would like. That would be a great experiment, and that would be something to see. But then it's like this too, Kai Cenat. This motherfucker's making probably $1 million a month in his basement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a movie for you.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, how long I gotta be gone?
30 days. We're going to wrap this movie up in 30 days. You probably going to be on set.
I need 10 million.
You probably going to be on set.
But him and Kevin about to do a movie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, their chemistry is too good.
Yeah.
Man.
But if they do a movie and the movie take 30 days to shoot, he probably not going to be on set all 30 days. He may be on set 3 weeks out of that, 2 weeks maybe.
I would love to see how that goes. Didn't they try some big celebrity? Didn't King Batch, was he in a movie or something?
I think so.
And I remember back in the day, I talked to Spoken. You remember Spoken Reasons? Like I get on the phone with her once in a while. You remember he had the movie with Sandra Bullock and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He threw that away.
And think about this shit. The most famous motherfucker on earth is Mr. Beast.
Mm-hmm.
A tall white boy that live in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit has just leveled the playing ground of entertainment. Like, it's like, whatever. Like,
do you ever worry? I just think about something today. Like, all these people who got famous from the internet, like, sometimes they just disappear. Like, they just go away, and you be like, where the fuck happened to them?
I think it's burnout.
You think it's burnout?
Yeah, because I think you just gotta have a plan with that shit. Just everybody's famous now. You gotta have a product to sell, and you have to have a plan to build by real estate assets and shit. Why this shit is hot?
Cause like I remember Spoken. I remember it was another dude that he used to run around in Florida, and he had I think he was like the first person I seen a black dude with tattoos on his face. And
Oh, John Gabbo.
yeah,
What they call him?
he make these little noises.
Who? Boom Gang.
Yeah.
He found God.
Yeah, him. It was another dude. I remember he did like a Mario and Luigi kind of skit.
Hot damn, I rock.
Yeah, him. It's like, where are these niggas? What happened to all these dudes?
I mean, you gonna see it more. It's just gonna cycle out. It's gonna keep cycling out. I mean, dude, my primary purpose of even doing this shit is to sell a ticket. You know what I mean?
And I don't think if it was for Wildin' Out, we wouldn't even see. What's the dude that got into it with Spoken?
Emmanuel Hudson.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Wildin' Out,
And then they was hot too on YouTube.
yeah.
Wildin' Out. Do you think that shit gonna work in the future? Because it seems like these kids.
Oh yeah, my son, he loves Wildin' Out.
How old is your son?
13.
I thought you only had girls.
Nah, my stepson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he loves Wildin' Out.
Is it still on?
I don't know if it's a rerun. I lost what season. I don't know if it's a rerun or if it's a new episode.
That's crazy.
But yeah.
But
So,
yeah, it's just a different day and age, bro. Entertainment, land. All you could do is try to build your own.
you don't think
audience.
Kai Cenat would ever get off of doing streams? Like elevate to where
I'm
he's
sure,
just,
'cause
even if he's doing movies.
He hella young. This dude like 21.
Yeah. You don't think he
Dog,
evolved to
dog,
off
listen.
stream to just doing movies?
Listen, bro. I'm sure that Joey and Harry done already wrote the script for him and Kevin's movie, man. I mean, you know, they could do a whole shit with him, Kevin, Drewski. They could probably do a murder mystery in that house where they streaming. And somebody get killed, one of the streamers, and it's like a who did it.
See, but I wouldn't
I'm
want.
over here pitching right now. This
Yeah,
gonna
you have,
steal
but I
my
wouldn't
shit.
want it to be in a house.
Well,
I wouldn't want it to
wherever.
be.
It just looks like they chemistry was just amazing.
Yeah, it was. I would want to see them outside of that room.
I would love for him to be able to transfer. I would love to see if he can transfer that to the camera. Because you know when your ass on that set and the boom mic man up, and you gotta read them lines and they go action. It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
So-
But that's what I mean by, hey man, we're gonna give you this $300,000 up front. We need you in the acting class 8-10 weeks.
Yeah.
So you can get your chops up, so you can get comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? With hey, action, and not where he's just kind of, you know what I mean, just going spontaneous of whatever's funny that's going on in the room, whereas now it's controlled funny. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see Kai make that transition. I would love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be good because I like him. He's just so enthusiastic.
Yeah.
And his stream to me, that shit seemed bigger than Wildin' Out.
I think it is.
Like facts, right?
Yeah.
Like that shit is like, bro. Like
Yeah.
when I saw Kevin and then Kevin came twice.
Yeah.
And this guy, I mean, Kevin damn near a billionaire off stand-up. And to have Kevin Hart show up in your basement, not once, but twice to spend the night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like the game is just a different game, bro.
Yeah.
And then, like I say, to do them projects, it's just getting harder and
But I think it would be a while before I think that would actually come to fruition. One, I think Kev is a great person to mold Kai and kind of just teach him, you know, because it's a different cadence.
But it's
doing
a
a
whole
movie.
different.
But his audience, I think, will follow him.
Yeah, it's a whole different, because he's a streamer. Would you try to cater him to be a stand-up?
No, actor on set.
Yeah, man, Drewski too. Shit, I mean, them motherfuckers
Yeah.
got it. Desi, all of them should do something. I would guess.
I'm not. I don't really follow Desi like that, so I don't know.
Is it funny, man? That's my
He
that's my
stand
little
up?
brother, man. Yeah, he good. He
Oh,
good.
okay.
He doing his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Man, let's get out of here, man.
All right, brother. Let's go get some sushi, man.
Come on.
Let's go.
Hey, man, this has been the Tap In Podcast. We are out of here. Thank you again for tapping in.
No doubt.
Holla.
Yeah, that was